E-hailing drivers are marching to the Gauteng Transport MEC, Jacob Mamabolo's office. The Uber, Bolt drivers yesterday began a 3-day strike calling for regulations of the industry by the government. Malungelo Booi joining us now ahead of that march in Parktown, Johannesburg this morning. Malu, good morning to you. Earlier, I was talking to Michelle, and it had to do with this very protest that you are covering, this 3-day protest. Day 2 today, but some are already questioning the legitimacy, or should we say even credibility, of this strike, given the violent action that we saw yesterday, where it was alleged that some Uber drivers, or some drivers, let me put it that way, attempted to assault someone that they thought was on duty while they were striking, and it turns out that this was an undercover police officer. In fact, a gunshot even went off. And so why should South Africans sympathize with such people?
I think that's an important question, Koli, and in fact what happened in Pretoria yesterday, you're right, it sort of like does raise questions about this particular strike. What we saw in Pretoria, where a firearm actually even went off, and I understand a police officer was also involved in that, and that 2 people, in fact I understand that drivers were essentially arrested yesterday during the first day of this march, when those e-hailing drivers were marching to 2 destinations yesterday. That was the offices of the Trade and Industry Department, as well as in the union buildings. And today, Koli, they're targeting the offices of Gauteng MEC of Transport, Jacob Mamabolo. And at the heart of this, as you rightfully pointed out, is the issue of irregulation. I want to bring in one of the people who's taking part, in this strike, Koli, so that she can explain why this strike to her is important. Unomagugu Damba, Sis Nomagugu, thank you so much for your time. I want us, ndifuna siqale sithethe ngalando yenzeke ePitoli phezolo. Bonile ba bikho umpuke kwakho umuntu owanzakala. Abantu bayabuza ba ngaba esi strike senu sinjani kanti?
Ndiyabulela tata, ndiyabulela kubaphulaphuli nababukeli ekhaya. Thina into esiyifunayo singodriver and esiyiyo esiyimelayo kukubana we are a peace loving community. Siyaxolisa kuMzantsi Afrika ngesimo sayizolo. Siyathanda ukubana SAPS athathe indawo yakhe enze umsebenzi wakhe. Namhlanje silapha nje sizoqinisekisa ukubana sinokuthula ngalento esiyoyithetha phaya kuMamabolo.
Okay. Masithethe ngalento niyifunayo ke kuRhulumente, irregulation. What exactly do you want? Explain it to me, ma'am.
Xa sithetha nge-regulation tata sithi thina ugovernment wethu une-control of whatever is happening in this business yaku-e-hailing. So kumele yena athathe olwakhe uxanduva asiprotecte. Nathi as drivers we need to be protected. Proper verification system will protect us, will also protect the clients that we carry. We wish to provide an efficient service that is safe to our riders as well. I mean, this is our way of living. We are trying to make a living. We are not asking for much, but let the government take control of what is happening in this industry, and everyone will be safe and happy.
All right, thank you so much, Sis Nomagugu Damba. She's one, Kathy, of, pardon me there, she's one of the Bolt drivers, or the e-hailing drivers that will be taking part in this march here in Johannesburg. They'll be marching to the offices of the Transport MEC here in Gauteng, obviously handing over that memorandum. Part of what they want is the regulation from government of the sector, saying that will in turn make sure that as drivers in the sector are protected. Oli?
Senior reporter Malungelo Booi, thank you very much for that update.